The focus of this legislation should be on making unemployment benefits, making the system easier and quicker for people to navigate. The focus should be on oversight of UAA and taking steps to prevent potential fraud. In short, the focus should be on a multitude of problems with the claims process that were exposed during the pandemic. This legislation has some positive elements worthy of broad bipartisan support, but in other ways it falls short and does not do enough to address the problems that surfaced during and since the pandemic. Overall, it is a missed opportunity, and the biggest miss is the tie bar to Senate Bill 40, which would drastically increase the amount of benefits and extend the number of weeks a person could receive unemployment benefits. First off, while the unemployment rate has ticked up a bit in the second half of this year, many job providers have been and still are struggling to fill vacancies. The average unemployment benefits recipient was on the unemployment system for roughly 11 weeks as of September, significantly less than the minimum 26 weeks called for in Senate Bill 40, and even substantially less than the maximum 20 weeks now in state law. That being said, a third of the claimants do use the full 20 weeks right now. Of far greater significance is the provision which would dramatically increase the weekly benefit for unemployment. Unemployment benefits do not magically appear at no cost. It is not free money. The unemployment system is 100% funded by employers. They pay taxes on their payroll to fund the system. Dramatically raising the amount and the length of unemployment benefits almost certainly would lead to higher state unemployment taxes for businesses than they would otherwise face. That risk certainly would increase in the event of a recession, and we should not be adopting policies that further raise costs for job providers when they are already reeling from the same inflationary pressures and other economic factors that all Michiganders have faced for the last few years. Before the pandemic, Michigan's Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund had a balance of over $4 billion, and ideally, we would return there. The trust dipped below $1 billion during the pandemic and is still being rebuilt at roughly $2.8 billion as of September of this year. Adding significant cost to this system would have repercussions and hurt job providers, and as a result, would ultimately hurt employees and customers as well. Please vote no on this series of bills and return the focus to improvements that are needed to help navigate the UIA system. Do not support a bill that would increase costs of doing business and therefore lead to fewer job opportunities in our state. Thank you, and I urge a no vote.